New Super Mario Bros. Wii versus newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. Which is the better game? If you've seen my past videos, then you might already know what I prefer. I'll say what game is better at the end, but before we do that, we need to compare. The categories here will be themes, music, pacing, polish, replayability, secrets, and levels. Let's not waste any more time and start with the comparison. Off the bat, I'll just say that newer has already won this category. The themes and ideas are out of this world in this game. There's more standard themes here like beach, sand and mountains, but then you have pumpkin graveyard levels, sewer levels, crystal cave levels, space levels, and the list just goes on. New Super Mario Bros. Wii rehashes every single theme we saw in the DS version and didn't really bother to make them feel different. So the first point goes to newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. Can I also say that the Japan levels just look so nice. This one is quite subjective, but again, I believe that newer gets the point for this. The sheer variety of songs here is outstanding and they all sound great in my opinion. I love the Crystal Caves theme, it's a great throwback to Yoshi's Island. I also love the tank theme because it remixes Koopa's Road, and there's many other great themes like the Castle, Airship, Japan, Freeze Flame, Pumpkin, Captain Bowser, Mini Mega, Jungle Beach, and Core. I could name the rest of the songs from this game, but I don't really want to be here all day. I also find it really cool that there's 4 different underground themes: the normal underground, cavern, sewer, and crystal caves. Also, I find it very ironic that the overworld theme is one of the least used songs. It plays in the first level and the first 3 levels of World 7. Another awesome feature they added was that every song was altered when there's 100 seconds left, whether that's adding more drums or just having more instruments. Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii has the perfect Mario soundtrack in my opinion, but what does its competitor have in stock? New Super Mario Bros. Wii soundtrack doesn't compare unfortunately. Many songs are overused and sound just good enough to hear them this many times in the game. Every other 2D Mario game is guilty of this though, apart from Super Mario Land 2. My favourite songs from this game includes World 9, Final Bowser and World 7. The overworld and athletic theme are remixed from the DS version, which isn't a bad thing, but makes the game feel way less original. Overall, New Super Mario Bros. Wii has a good soundtrack, but it doesn't compare with newer's one. This point goes to newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. Now here's where both games can shine. Pacing is essential for a game to feel satisfying to play through and keeps the player's focus alive throughout. Starting off with New Super Mario Bros. Wii, this game is weird with its pacing. World 1 is quite solid with the difficulty. It's easy, but that makes sense because it's at the very start of the game. Moving on to World 2, what the hell is this? World 2 has some levels that are far too difficult to be here at this point in the game. The castle is also very boring. Going on to World 3, I think that this is much better than the previous world. The levels feel more solid and are more enjoyable to breeze through. The difficulty is just right here. Next up is World 4 and yep, I don't like this. It's a water world, so of course there's gonna be some bad stuff here. World 5 also has the same problem, but I could accept this a bit more because it's later on in the game. World 4 is a bit too soon in the game for some levels to be this tough. Every world after World 5 is great in terms of pace in my opinion. World 7 especially. Now, I'm not saying the New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a difficult game really, but I think its pacing is just really mixed up. Moving on, I don't need to go into too much detail, but newer Super Mario Bros. Wii has perfect pacing in my opinion. The game isn't too hard, but that doesn't mean its difficulty is all over the place. They also made the side worlds fit into the pacing, which is impressive in my opinion. So the point goes to newer again. Wow, it looks like I'm praising newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, right? Well, I am, but this next category will change things up a bit. New Super Mario Bros. Wii actually gets the point here because the game doesn't really have any parts where it's out of place or strange feeling. This is the result though because of how bland the game is and there's barely any content, so there's little room to mess up. Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii has a lot more to carry and at some point it falls down. Also, this is a fan game, keep in mind. There's a few parts that just don't look appealing in my opinion. First of all, there's a level in Sakura Village where it's raining and it just looks a bit too rough. It's not too bad when playing on the Dolphin emulator, but on the original Wii hardware it's very muddy. I know this was intentionally made like this to make the level more difficult and even look cooler, but I think there could have been less rain. The other part is when you're running towards the final Bowser castle. Just look at this. Now I do think the map in this game is awesome looking and I love how everything is interconnected, but I will admit that I could see some weird structures. Some things on the map screen just look tacky and dead. Just look at these bob-ombs. The map in terms of design is great, but it can be polished up. And yes, I know this is a fan game, but New Super Mario Bros. Wii still gets the point. I'll leave this segment rather short because it's not that big of a topic, but which game is more replayable? First of all, both games have one post-game world each, with Newer having a few more levels. If you 100% Newer, you unlock hard mode. It's nothing special really, but you get a lot more than in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. We get nothing for finishing this game. We can replay the levels. Yeah, I don't really mind this in Newer because the levels are that amazing throughout, so the point goes to Newer. Here's an interesting one now. Mario games have awesome secrets hidden in each game, and these two are no exception. New Super Mario Bros. Wii has these hidden areas and walls which I really like actually, and the secret areas for cannons. Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii has some awesome secrets, such as the switch palaces. These were originally from Mario World and are such a cool idea because they can make the levels easier, give you the ability to access new levels, and are just really cool looking when you have them unlocked. The best use for them in my opinion is in World 1. Basically, you play through this water level and see a clam block a star coin. The level afterwards has a secret exit that unlocks the yellow switch palace. If you return back to the water level after activating it, you can now get the star coin. But hang on a second, why is the level entrance purple? This means there's a secret exit that hasn't been unlocked, which is a great feature. I do think it should give you the option to turn it on and off though, because some people might want to figure out everything by themselves. Going back to the level though, there's a secret area at the entrance. Once you've gone past this area, it shows two pipes. If you unlock the switch palace, then you can go to the secret exit, but if not, then you just get sent back to the normal level. I just love that this is like a secret inside another secret. Also, just to let you know, this is one secret out of many. So once again, Newer gets the point. Both games have good secrets though. The final category. It blends all other things said in this video into one topic, the levels. There's many good levels in both entries, so which one is better? World 1 from both games have great levels throughout and the themes are very alike. Both have grass and blue skies. Now, which world is better Newer? Actually, let me say which game had the better world. Starting from World 2, Newer, 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 and Newer. The levels here are so fun to play and I remember so many of them. This is because of the great design, the fact that the music isn't repeated much at all, so for example when I listen to the overworld theme, I think of Palm Beach and the early World 7 levels. Even if 4 levels had the exact same themes, I can remember pretty much all of them because of how good this game is designed. Also, just because a world is themed, that doesn't mean every single level follows it. In World 7 there's a level with asteroids, and then there's a garden full of stars and trees. So I adore the levels in this game. Now let me be straight up here. I don't remember a lot of levels from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but the levels I do remember are very good in my opinion. I loved the majority of the World 1 levels, that level with the big spinning cube, the lava roller coaster, Final Bowser, World 7 Castle, the level with all the bubbles, and that's pretty much it from the ones I really liked. Unfortunately, this game has a lot of bad levels, like pretty much all the dark levels are tedious to play and aren't really enjoyable to go through. So the final point goes to Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. So Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii won 6-1, which sorta makes this comparison more so of me praising Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, but rightly so. This game is probably my favourite 2D Mario game, and it wasn't even made by Nintendo. The folks over at Newer team are highly talented and deserve more recognition. If you haven't played Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii yet, then you should. I know if you're watching this, you've most likely seen or played this game, but it's even worth replaying. This game isn't perfect, but in my eyes, as a fan mod, it is. This is why Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii Plus is the Mario game I'm hyping up the most. The last thing I would want them to do is rush out the project, so please Newer team, take your time with this. And don't get me wrong everyone, I still really like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but it simply doesn't compare to Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. I know it's very critical towards the game, but keep in mind I still really like it. And with that comes the end of the video. Thank you all for watching and comment down below anything you think I could do in a future video. That's all from me today guys, and I'll see you next time.